Hi, I'm Janice, and I'm coming from a state of health, and today we're going to be doing a Yin practice. So in Yin Yoga, you really have to honor your body where it's at the present moment. So I'm going to be asking you to find your edge in all the postures, and that just means like you're going to go to the pose and just feel a stretch in your body. If you're feeling any pain, then that's gone too far. So I want you to back off a little bit and just get that edge. And as we go through the posture and we're holding it, you might feel like you can go a little further into the pose. Feel free to do that. As our body relaxes a little bit more, you might be able to do that. And once you find your edge, the next challenge is just to be still in it. You're going to be able to move your hands a little bit, move your arms, adjust a little bit. If you need to adjust your head, go ahead and do that. But as far as the rest of the body, we want to stay as still as possible. And then after you find the pose and you're still, then we really need you to hold it still. And the reason for this is because we want to relax all those muscles in your body and get down deep into the connective tissue. We're talking about the tendons, the ligaments, the joints, the bones, and the fascia. So we need to go down deep to get that. So if everything else on top is relaxed, we're able to do that. And the reason we want to do that is we want to keep these joints and muscle or tendons and everything just moving, because if they're not moved and they become stagnant, that's when we get the stiffness and that's when we get the pain. So if we keep it moving, it's like say a lake or a pond that doesn't move and it gets just stagnant water and it gets all muddy in that. But if it's moving, it stays clear. So it's the same with your tendons and your bones and everything. We just want to keep everything moving inside of it. So if you can go and collect any blankets, pillows, bolsters, or blocks, anything that you think you might need just to support your body during the practice, that would be awesome. And then just take a comfortable seated position. You can have your legs crossed, whatever you need to do. And just close your eyes and just come in contact with your breath, observing it, feeling it coming in and out of your body. And just observe, is it shallow? Is it deep? Is it short or long? Is it choppy or is it smooth? And don't try to change your breath, just stay with it and just observe it. Observe where it's going into the body. Is it filling your abdomen? Is it filling your chest? And just be aware of your breath and feeling it coming in and out of your body. And feeling your sit bones into the mat or the floor or the pillow. If you have any hip problems or knee problems, I suggest that you sit on a pillow. That'll help. Now opening your eyes and taking your hands to your belly and just put your one hand over the other, it doesn't matter which one, and just interlace your thumbs and take some deep abdominal breaths, inhaling, filling your abdomen up, and exhaling, pulling your belly button towards your spine. Inhaling, pushing your hands away, and exhaling, bringing your belly button to your spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling, pulling the belly button towards the spine. Good. And then we're going to move the hands. We're going to take them by the ribs. Make sure you're right on top of your ribs. And just take a deep breath. We're going to push in with our hands. And as we take that deep breath, we're going to move our hands out And then as you exhale, your hands are going to come back in, keeping some pressure on your ribs. Not a lot, but some resistance. You're going to inhale and then exhale. Inhale, pushing them away, and exhale. I'm doing 2 more. This type of breathing really gets the diaphragm exercised, making it go out to the sides. It's not really used to doing that, so it's really good for increasing your breath. And 1 more. And then taking your hands to your chest and just feeling the air into your chest. Inhaling and exhaling. You don't have to push, just feel your hands coming in and out. Moving out on the inhale, coming in on the exhale. And just do 3 more breaths. And 1 more. Inhaling and exhaling. And then taking 1 hand on your chest and 1 hand on your belly, we're going to do what we call wave breathing. We're going to start in our abdomen, so inhaling in your abdomen, your ribs, and then your chest, and exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Inhaling, belly, ribs, chest, exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. And doing 2 more with your own breath. Good. The wave breathing is an excellent one to do any time of the day, anytime you need to bring your awareness back to yourself, back to the present moment. You can do that. When you concentrate on actually bringing your breath into certain parts of your body, it will bring you back to the present moment. So we're going to start our practice. I just want you to take your feet out. We're going to do butterfly pose to start. So I don't want your feet right in. I just want them out, so it creates a diamond shape here. I want you to feel both sit bones into the mat. And like I said, if you have any hip or knee problems, you can stick a pillow or a blanket underneath your hips. You can also take a block or a pillow and stick it right underneath here. Try not to hit the knee part, but you can do it under your thighs. It just lets your legs relax a little bit more. Anyone with tight hips, you might want to do that. So I want you to sit up straight. Reach your head towards the sky, slightly tucking your chin in. Feeling those sit bones in the mat. And we're just going to come forward, hinging at the hips. And as soon as that hinge stops, stop right there and just let yourself go. Have a pillow on a hand so you can grab it. And I'll give you a few things you can do. You can come down, you can take a bolster or pillow and place your head on it and just relax. You can take a block and do the same. You can even stick it between your feet and just relax. You can take your hands and put them up. Whatever is more comfortable for you, we're going to be holding the pose. So in the pose, we just want to relax the entire body. Letting your back round up. Letting your arms relax, letting those shoulders roll forward. And just relaxing the entire body. And coming into awareness of your breath again. Feeling it coming in and out of your body. And
just relaxing on every exhale, letting your body totally melt into the pose. Trying to stay as still as we can and breathing. With everything going on today in our world, it's a little easy to get caught up in fear. So we just want to spend some time and go inward and release that fear. We don't want to ignore it. The emotions are good. So we just want to acknowledge it. Do an inner smile at that fear. Just be aware, yes, I am afraid. And then just let it go and change it with some positive emotions. Going out into nature, doing things you like and that bring you joy, whether it just be a walk, a bath, or just reading a book. Good. And just taking a deep breath here, exhaling it through your mouth. Another deep breath in, releasing it through your mouth. Good. And then slowly coming up, taking away any pillows, any bolsters, blocks away, but keeping them close enough in case you need it for the next pose. So I just want you to use your hands, bring those knees up. Good. Good, and let's just stretch your legs out a little bit. I want you to take them wide. Good. You don't need to take them too wide, just take them wide enough where it's comfortable. We can feel a little stretch on the inside of your legs. And we're going to take that right foot and we're going to place it on the inside of our thigh. Good. And then what I want you to do is feel those sit bones into the mat. Try to relax the right leg as much as you can. So if you're tight in the hip, your abductors, just take a blanket and place it underneath. If you're higher up, take the cushion and place it underneath. So that leg can totally relax during the pose. The outstretched leg, you can let your foot just go. You don't need to hold any tension in that. So I want you to straighten up your spine once more. We're going to turn towards the extended leg. And then after we're done turning, I want you to actually envision energy and taking your hands, and you're going to envision the energy coming up your spine and then coming forward. We're going to inhale up the leg, up the spine, and then feel that energy coming through your front of the body, and then up your leg, up your spine, and down the front. Just like a water wheel, moving it. And this way we're letting the body totally relax into the pose before we start holding it. And if you close your eyes, sometimes you can actually feel the energy as you go along the sides of your legs, as you go along the side of your body. And all we're doing is moving that energy to help us get into the pose. So on this one, we're just going to pause. We're going to hold the pose. So I don't want you going, the stretching and pulling into the stretch is not what we're looking for. We're looking for pretty much each pose, just let it serve you as a breathing exercise versus a pose or a stretch. So just let yourself go. You can take whatever blocks you need, pillows you need, and just let yourself go again. Let yourself relax into the pose. Let your back round. And then come back to your breath again. Feeling it coming in and out of your body. And see where your breath goes. See if you can fill your abdomen up. See if you can bring your breath into your kidneys at your back, right about here. And try and fill those up too. And just be kind to yourself. Just let your body be where it's at. If it's tight, then just use lots of pillows and just relax. Let your body relax. Give it permission to relax. Give those muscles permission to relax. We hold so much tension in our bodies that sometimes we just need to give our body permission, especially our head, our necks, and our shoulders, and our hips. That's where we carry our stress. So just giving the body permission to rest and relax. Not using any parts of our body that we don't need to. I'm taking a deep breath here, exhaling it out. Take another deep breath in, exhaling it out, and slowly coming back up. Good. Just pausing for a minute. You can take your hand underneath that leg, straighten it out. Then you can take the other leg, bring it into your thigh. Good. And again, one side might be different than the other. Sometimes we're tighter on one side, sometimes we really compensate on one side versus the other side. So just be aware of your body, see where it's at today. If you're super tight in one side, support it. Your body needs your support. So once you're there, I want you to straighten up your spine. And we're going to slowly walk over to this leg. Actually, no, we're going to inhale. We're going to bring it up the body. I'm sorry. Take it over. Take it up. Feeling that energy go through the body, up the leg, up the spine, and then down the front of the body. Inhaling up. And exhaling forward. And just close your eyes and envision that water wheel going. And instead of water, just imagine the energy going up your back and down the front of your body. And on this one, we're going to pause. We're going to hold the position. So use whatever you need, a pillow, a block, and you're going to let that back round, and you're going to hold the position. You can take your fists, whatever you need to do, and just holding that position still. And continuing to breathe. And again, seeing where that breath is coming in. See where it's easiest to fill. Start with your abdomen. See if you can bring the breath up to your ribs. See if you can bring it all the way to your chest. So continue breathing and feeling that left leg just starting to relax. Feel your lower back relax. And just shake your foot on the right side. Just make sure you're not holding any tension there either. If you find that you can stretch a little further, you can move your props and just come into the pose a little bit deeper. Feeling your connection with your sit bones to the earth, with your legs to the earth. Feeling rooted there. And then feeling your upper body just soft. Let it release and relax. Good, and then taking a deep breath here, exhaling it out, taking another deep breath in, exhaling it out, and then slowly making your way up. Good. And then we're going to straighten out that leg. You can use your hands to help you. If you have any tension in your knees or anything, just move your legs a little bit, stretch it out. Good. And we're going to come into full dragon. So your legs are going to be wide. You can take your hands behind you and straighten up that spine. Good. And then you can see how wide you can move your legs. Don't move them too wide because you want, at the same time we're working and getting stronger, we don't want to stretch too far. And that's the thing with Yin. You'll know as soon as you do it and you're in the pose if you're stretching too far. It's not like the Yang where you're going to find out 2 days later. You'll know right away if you've gone too far. Any pain, back off. You should feel a stretch. So we're going to move into full dragon. So what I want you to do is just stretch the entire side as we go down. You're going to take your arms and you're just going to walk it down. So this is all breaking up that fascia all the way up from the hip, all the way up your sides. So it just allows it to move into the position, whatever that looks like for you. Have the pillow ready, a block by your side. So when you feel like you're not going any further doing this, you can rock side to side. It might bring you a little further into it. Good. And then we're going to pause here. So placing your head again on a pillow, a block. You can make 2 fists if it's more comfortable for you. I prefer the block, but a pillow or a blanket will work just fine too. So you want to relax the rest of your body, and that's the only spot that really should be feeling a stretch. You might feel it all the way up to your knee, or you might even feel it at the back in your hips, all the way down the outside of your leg also. It depends where you're tightening, what your body has been doing, and where it's been compensating to what you'll feel. But you're definitely going to feel it on the inner groin. So we want to be still, we want to relax those shoulders, relax the back. Feel like those sit bones are coming up at the back. And relax the feet and just let yourself be. And I'll be watching the time, you don't have to do that. So worried about the future and depressed about the past. You need to drop into the present moment, clean the slate so you can direct your energy. You can create in the present by steering in the direction of what you want and just focus on it. What you focus on tends to grow. So So that's why when we focus on our breath, we can just totally drop into the present moment. Any stressful situation, just stop and breathe. Bring your focus to the breath, and you will drop into the present moment. It's really good if you're in an argument with someone, just stop, pause, bring the awareness to your breath. We can't make decisions when we're not thinking in the present moment. So feeling that inhale, maybe push you a little forward, and the exhale, you're just totally relaxing. At this point, you might be able to come into the stretch a little bit further. Just listen to your body. If you're sitting up straighter, that's fine. You can relax it wherever you are. Use it as a breathing exercise. Feeling the breath coming in and out of your body. And bringing the breath to the kidneys. Filling them up. So filling up the back with air, exhaling it away. The kidneys are the batteries for our body. So filling them up and breathing into them helps pump the blood through them, and just it helps them to store the more energy so we can keep going and have more energy in our day. Good. So taking a deep breath here, exhaling it out through the mouth. Taking another deep breath in, exhaling it out, and slowly coming back up. Good. And this time you might really need to use your hands to bring your legs up. Good. And just place your feet on the floor and just bring your legs back and forth, your knees, just like windshield wipers. Just stretching them out a bit. Good, and then coming back to center, straightening those legs out. And this time, we're going to come into a full forward fold, or it's called caterpillar in Yin practice. So what you want to do is just have something ready. You can have the full bolster, you can have a couple pillows, depending on how far you can come forward. And then just have things ready just in case you're not coming forward as much as you thought. So just take your hands by your hips and you're just going to hinge forward. And as soon as you can't hinge any further, you have permission to come down and round the back, stacking the hips, and just relaxing into the pose. And again, find your breath. Bring awareness to the breath, feeling it coming in and out of your body. You can just have your head on the thing and just bring your hands down, depending on where you're at and what feels comfortable for you. So on this trip called life, do you really want to carry a heavy load? Think about what you can unpack. Let the unnecessary go. Let the excess tension go. Let go of worries of your mind. Let go of other people's energy. Let go of those weighted, heavy thoughts. Let go of your expectations. And let go of the beliefs that no longer serve you. Learn to travel lightly. Feeling your sit bones and your legs rooted into the earth. Making the rest of the body soft. Feel it relax. Relax those shoulders. See if you can relax them a little bit more. Relax the arms. Relax the back. And if you're feeling any tension or blocks, just envision them as ice blocks. And then as you exhale, just imagine them melting and turning into water and flowing. And as you breathe, and those ice blocks just start to melt, just envision that water going right into your kidneys to be expelled through your bladder. Good, and taking a nice big inhale here. Exhaling it out through your mouth. Taking another big inhale. Exhale it out. Good, and slowly coming back up. Good, stretching that back out. Good. Moving the blankets. Again, bringing your feet onto the mat. And just taking those legs back and forth like windshield wipers. Releasing the hips, releasing that lower back. Good. And then pausing here. You can move whatever you need, or you don't need, I should say, out of the way. We're going to come onto our stomachs. So I'm just going to move all that out of the way. However you need to get there. Good, and then coming right down. You can take your hand, place your forehead on the wall, and just kind of wiggle your hips back and forth, releasing everything. Good, and then coming back to center. Just take those hands by your shoulders, and we're going to lift ourselves up. And then we're going to come onto our forearms. Good, spreading those fingers wide. We're going to check and make sure the shoulders are right above the elbows. Hands are spread wide. The feet, if you're bringing them out further, you're going to feel it more in the lower back. If you bring them closer, you're going to feel it more in the spine. So just play with it and see what's more comfortable for you. We're going to open up the chest as we push into the earth. So our full forearm, our hands are pushing, getting rooted into the earth as we open up the chest. So watch out for the head. You don't want to crank it back because that's pretty bad for the cervical vertebrae that are right here in your neck. So we want to keep this part long. So if you can get in the habit of just tucking that chin in and back. And that will just lengthen the spine, but it'll keep it in a neutral position. So just pushing into the earth, let the chest just open up. But again, checking in with that spine, making sure you're not putting any tension on there. If it gets uncomfortable, then just move your legs in or out and just play with it and see what feels more comfortable for you. Taking some deep breaths here. Feel the lower body relaxing. See if you can bring some relaxation into the buttocks. We have a habit of clenching it and holding tension there. So just see if you can relax that. The work is in the arms
The work is not in the lower half. So see if you can drop those ankles, just let them relax. You can wiggle them a little bit. Make sure you're relaxing your hips. And just come back to the breath. Feeling the inhales and the exhales coming in and out of your body. And just finding that softness and relaxation in your body. Softening everything. Making it effortless. Good. And as you fill up on the inhales, feel your belly against the floor. And feel yourself moving into the pose more on the exhales. Good, and then we're gonna take an inhale here. Exhale it out. Take another inhale. Exhale it out. And we're gonna slowly push back. So whatever that means to you, I like to come onto all fours first. And then we're gonna bring our toes together and bring our knees out. So our toes are just hitting each other. You can have it even wider if you want. And then you're going to come down into child's pose. So relaxing your sit bones towards your heels. If you have a big gap there, you can just take the pillow or the bolster and you can place it on your calves and then come back down. Just so you can relax. Any knee problems, you can place a blanket just behind, like right below your knee. So right about here, going across both knees, and that'll take the tension out. So then dropping the sit bones towards your heels, and just taking your hands out. Your hands can be in front, or they can be behind. We're not going to stay here long. We're just relaxing, coming back into the breath again. Relax the shoulders if you have your hands behind. If you have your hands in front, just make sure you're not holding any tension. Make sure you're not stretching. Just let them relax. Becoming aware of your body. Becoming aware of any place that's still holding tension. And like I said, just breathe into any of those areas. Let them release. Good. And taking a deep breath in here. Exhaling it out. Taking another deep breath in. Exhaling it out. And just slowly coming back up. Excellent. We're going to come onto our backs. So if you need a pillow for your head, please place that there. And just make your way onto your back. I like to just hold on and slowly coming back. Actually, I'll turn sideways so it'll be easier for you guys to see me. So you're coming back onto your back. Good. And just bringing those knees into your chest. Just wrap your arms around them, rocking side to side. Just giving you a nice big stretch. So bringing your hands out to loose T position. Bringing those knees over to the left. And bring your chin over to the right. Feeling your shoulder blades in contact with the mat. And just letting those legs go. If you find there's a big space, just place a pillow or a block between. So then your legs can totally relax. If they want to come unstuck, let them. If they want to straighten out a bit, let them. And taking your gaze over to the right, see if you can relax the head a little bit more. Relax the fingers. And let your breath work for you. So as you inhale, filling up. On your exhale, just feel like you're moving into the pose a little further. Your legs are relaxing a little bit more. Maybe your neck's moving over a little bit more. Feeling the weight of your shoulder blades against the mat. Feel like the earth is just holding you up. You don't have to work here. You just have to let earth hold you. It's okay to be here in this space. A space of total relaxation. Good. Taking an inhale here. Exhaling it out. Taking another inhale. Exhaling it out. And on your next inhale, fighting those knees back to center. You can rock side to side. Good. And then taking your hands out to a loose T again. Letting those legs come over to the right. Chin over to the left. And just let the body totally relax. Bringing softness into your hips and your legs and into your neck. Feeling the rest of your body just in contact with the earth. Feel your body getting heavy with every exhale, like it's melting into the earth. And just letting your body release and let go. Good. And then taking an inhale here, exhaling it out. Taking another inhale, exhaling it out. And then slowly coming back to center. Bring your knees into your chest again. Wrapping your arms around and just rocking side to side again. Good. And then preparing for Shavasana. So we're going to release those legs, let them come out to the corners of the mat. Relax the neck. So if you need a pillow under the neck, please place one there, or if you need a blanket. So I want you to slightly tuck your chin back, elongating the back of your neck, and let those arms come down by your sides and relax. Feel like you're melting into the floor. You can place a blanket on yourself if you want. just relaxing, letting go. Breathing into the entire body. Exhale, releasing, letting that body melt into the floor. Inhaling again through your nose. Exhale through your mouth, releasing into the floor. One more. Inhaling. Open your mouth and relax into the floor, melting. And rest. Take rest. I invite you to stay in Shavasana if you decide to. Otherwise, begin bringing movement to your hands and your feet, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, rotating your wrists, rotating your ankles. Bring your arms overhead and bring your feet together and just give your body a nice big stretch. And then bring your knees in and just turn to one side or the other, coming onto your side. And just resting here for a few breaths. And when you're ready, just making your way up to a comfortable seated position. Good. And just taking your legs wherever you want them. Just feeling those sit bones into the mat. Taking your hands to heart center. And just know, change can be scary, whether it's in our internal environment or our external environment, which we have no control over. But what is scarier is allowing fear to stop us from growing, evolving, and progressing. So thank yourself for practicing and allowing your body to just relax. Namaste.